it's not necessarily the demand that's ebbing and flowing that much. The reason that why you see the leasing go up and down is really on the supply side.
Yeah, sure.
It's that we believe that demand still exists. But the reason that you don't see as much leasing quarter to quarter is because inability to bring on.
Yeah, and I always will ask, in some of the conversations we have, I'm always talking to people about demand. What is the demand? What are you hearing on the demand side of things? Because that, if anything can stop the music, it's that. It's when those companies that are no longer saying like, hey, we thought we needed 2 gigawatts. We don't need anything anymore. And everybody's going, what? And so I think that the collective view of the demand in the market today say it's out there.
Sure.
The question is, how many suppliers you have coming to the market and how many of them will be able to perform. I saw that there was an article on LinkedIn the other day. I forget, there was someone in our industry who wrote it, and I read like ghost
data centers.
Yes. And the point was, hey, there's a lot of people out there that are talking about how they have power and how they have sites and this and that, but until they provide the power and build and you get stuff done there, you don't have anything.
Sure.
And so
you lose some credibility in the marketplace if you make those announcements. I think some groups have learned that lesson in the last 5 to 10 years and have gotten a little wiser around that, kind of slow your roll as
that's
it
right.
were.
Yeah.
And some of these newer groups don't get that.
Yeah. And that's just part of, I think, people that are entering the space. It's like I tell my kids a lot, like you can either learn from the wisdom of others or you can learn from experience.
I tell that to my kids all the time too. A smart man learns from his mistakes. A truly wise man learns from the mistakes
My
of
kids
others.
typically choose the latter of that, despite their dad's great
your kids don't
commentary.
Listen to you?
Yeah, no, imagine that.
Shaped up. Thanks, Dad, for that great advice.
That's right. But I think that's and I'm kind of I'm joking, but I think the point I'm trying to make is like I think we've seen groups that have stub their toe there and they go, okay, next time we're going to do it a little differently. Sure. Because if we don't, like I said, there's not 100 users in the space that are needing these large projects. It's a smaller group. So you got to make sure when you come to the table, with the right partners, with the right capital, with the right message that resonates with them.
Yeah. An ability to perform.
Yeah.